And hello, this is, I'm just going to sit on my leg. This is Band of Badgers. Hello. This is one of our What's in the Box things because we've had a new box. We had a new box delivered. So with me to kind of get their first impressions is my trusty beer and a penguin. So I have with me my two fellows, beer and penguin. Not in that particular order, but there we go. And also with us is, of course, Steve and Chris. Steve, you will know from our other streams, and Chris, you will know from Cork.
I'm Cork.
I'm Cork.
I'm Cork. Hi.
Now,
you've always got to have a Cork.
There has to be a Cork. As we said, there's lots of different things going on. We'll get that going. But what we've got going on is something a little bit different. We have something to unbox. We have something to show you. But this is one of our unboxings where we just say how we feel, have a little chat. We talk about our games that we're in because me, Steve, and Chris. Actually, did I change my name on here? I'm still Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
I will change that. I am Dave. There you go. We got DM Sig and we got Cork. So we as players, we are all in Tomb of Annihilation, our fortnightly Friday night game. But I am also the GM for our weekly Thursday night Pathfinder game, and Steve is one of my players on that one. So yes, we're kind of all in this biz together. But so today I got Chris is smiling then. Today I got a nice little parcel in the post. This is one of my Kickstarters that I backed last year, which is fantastic because I backed it in 2019 to arrive in 2020. Little did we know 2020 would be the year that it turned out to be. It is now the 25th of November as we film this. And this little bit turned up and I'm so pleased. I spent so much money on Kickstarters last year. They've all been turned up this year and I get to unbox them and play with them. Because we're in lockdown and it's something that really kind of cheers everyone up. But anyway, so enough dribble. How are you guys? Are you okay? You ready for this? Are you excited? I can see Chris is pumped completely for this.
Bring it. Bring it on.
Steve keeps pausing. We'll go as far as we can. Oh, we've got some people watching in chat as well. Hello, people who are watching in chat. How you doing?
They've tuned in. They've tuned in for the chocolate cultural exchange.
The chocolate culture
disappointing
exchange, yes.
Because it's still penguins. It
is. Not everything is set up. Look, I mean, we got a little bit too high. There we go. Is that better? Is that more comfy? There we go. We're getting into stuff. So anyway, a little box turned up for me from one of my Kickstarters, and it is this. This arrived in the UK. It wasn't just this, but I was really pleased with getting it because I was like, oh, what is it? What could this be? If you know in the audience, you can share your spoilers now if you know what this is. But this is one of my Kickstarters, and it was so nice to get this. So I'm going to show you now. I've got my other camera set up. You can see that's my hand, not anyone else's. And so I got a note and a letter. So this is from. I was going to say S&M. This is from.
It does say that on the front of the envelope.
It does, yeah. It does say this is from S&M, who are Skinny Minis, a Kickstarter from Dungeon in the Box. Have done their own version of their plastic minis. They've now set up skinny-minis.com. Do go and check them out. And they sent me this quite a long letter, but it's quite nice. I'll read some of it out, which is basically saying, "Hello, friend. That's me. I'm friend," which I thought was really nice. Yeah, it's very welcoming. And it says, "I hope this package finds you well." It did. I needed this. It arrived today. I straight away took some photos and put it on Instagram. You can go and check it out. Like it if you see it. It was really nicely packaged. It wasn't just your Amazon packaging reused. They put some thought into this, and it was really, really nice. So thank you guys. I should actually get their names properly. Roman and David, and the rest of the team behind Dungeon in the Box. Thank you so much. I paid for this one. This isn't like a freebie for the streams we do. However, we will be using these because I've got my Vorpal board now. So at the start of the new year, as we go into 2021, our streams, we'll get back to using our minis. We have a Vorpal board to interact, so players can interact with things. We've got a ton of stuff coming on. So, anyway, and if you, actually, while you're watching this live on Twitch, if you happen to have a question, just shout it out. Put a capital Q and shout it out, because both Steve and Chris here are both trained moderators. They will see your questions and they will share their questions. Likewise, if they have questions, because they're just curious like that, then I will try my best to answer them. But anyway, I hope this package finds you well. The journey getting it to you has been a long and twisting road, and its arrival is cause for celebration. It was. I had a cup of tea and a biscuit after I got this. I sat on the floor and I thought, this is early Christmas unwrapping. Today is the 25th November. We don't need a 25th December. Today is the 25th November. Here we go. We wanted to write to you because we think we've all experienced a personal journey this year. The journey of this Kickstarter is one we'd like to shine some light on. So let's set foot upon the path. And it goes on to say all about their journey. I won't read it all out because it is a long letter. We've only got so much time, but it's quite interesting to see that they've been quite open and honest as much as they can about their Kickstarter, about how they started. I love the Shawshank Morgan Freeman bit there. It says, "I hope," and yes, I think we all do. But basically, one of the biggest things so basically they went round to each other's apartment and they pushed the button to go live. It says, "We passed our goal almost instantly and raised $100,000 in about 12 minutes." I mean, I don't think I was on in the first hour. I do think I was on early on. What was that, Chris? You blocked out there?
I was going to say, that's
yeah. And then it goes
sorry,
on
I was
to
just
say...
really impressive.
Yeah. And then it goes on to say, this was with an original goal of 30,000. So that was their goal. So within 12 minutes, they've hit 100,000. They only wanted 30 grand. And then after raising $1 million, that's what I got to. They said we can still do it, but they never changed their deadline. They thought they could do it. Little did they know, as it goes on to say, because a lot of their stuff is processed and manufactured in China. Little did they know that January 2020 China shut down, which means that everything went into slowdown. I will put my penguin out away now. But I really
when was it originally due to ship?
Original due date was, I think, October.
Okay. And that's not too much of a delay considering everything that's gone on.
No, I think it was originally April 2020. Then it was delayed because once it hit the States, everything again slowed down, and then it moved to October. So they have been very, very good getting it out. But again, it's quite an honest and heartfelt letter, I thought, which was great to see that. This was their first Kickstarter. There will be more because it is fantastic. It's a great product, actually. And they have their website now, so skinny-minis.com. Do go and check them out. But I got a couple of boxes. So this is one of the boxes. So a nice little box. It's thick cardboard, all printed, and then I also got this one. So this is the main kind of thing. This is a folder that all your Skinny Minis go in. So we'll come to that in a sec. But I wanted to kind of show you some of this. So it is just a nice simple box. Zoop. Let's try and there's my penguins and my pens. Let's try and get that in the shot there. Here we go. And that's what I opened it up to. So there's a little bit of packaging in here. Once I cleared out the packaging, I got my Corgi. I can't hear you. Are you still there? Hello?
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, there you go.
You froze up.
Right. I think we're having some internet problems anyway. But yeah, so there's the Corgi Power. There's a little card in there. There's also, you get one of these as a Skinny Mini. And on the back, you get some stats and some details. He is a good alignment. I think he'd be great as a companion. I think we need that. A Corgi.
A power Corgi.
A power Corgi, yeah, why not? But so you get that as well. So inside you get a series of bases, because these are skinny minis. If you don't know what skinny minis are, I will show you. But yeah, loads of transparent bases. All of them are individually polybagged, which is really nice to see. And then you get your skinny minis. So again, it's a small box. It's like slightly bigger than A5. And I'll bring aside it. There's quite a lot. So this was Kickstarter. You got to pick your own. I'll get rid of that. You got to pick your own choices. What bad guys you wanted to kind of have. So these are my choices. And what we'll do, I'll show you on here first. So you get they're plastic sheets. They're die cut. So you get that. Woo! These are my demons, because this was last year, which means I was playing Descent into Avernus. I got my platinum box behind me there from Beadle and Grimm, and I wanted more baddies, because it's trying to, when you're trying to get all the minis and stuff, you want the big bosses. There's only so much you can get. There's only so much you can spend. So when I saw this as a Kickstarter, I kind of jumped at the chance. Now I also know that Steve, you've bought me into the Kickstarter as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And that ends up conversation.
Because I can't remember what I ordered. I'd love to be able to contribute into what I went for, but I really cannot remember.
So one of the things
I think I got a lot of bandits. And,
you went for the bandits.
I went for the bandits. I think I went with a lot of the humanoids. So I went for the sort of stuff that you just need a lot of, for the mobs and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
More likely in common enemies.
And I think I also went for the spell effects as well. The
Yeah.
spiritual weapon, Bigby's hand, that sort of stuff. Because they had some really nice artwork on them.
There is some really, and I think what you'll like, Steve, is I think you'll really like the folder, because I was very impressed with the folder. We'll come on to that in a bit, but the quality of these, it literally really did blow me away. We're getting a lot of reflection on there. So the front is shiny. I don't know if this will come up that well. Let's try and put that over there. Will that show? Zoom. Let's try and bring that down. I'll move my camera a little bit around.
So there is a question.
Yep.
That's got 3 on it, and I assume it came with 3 on it.
Yes.
On that.
No, sorry. There's one there, because I've got it behind me. So I've got one kind of set up to show you what they're like on a board, or
okay,
on the table.
So the question is then, what does it come out like? Because you normally, when you get, like when we got all our Dungeons and Lasers stuff, I spent 2 hours with a sprue cutter and a scalpel, taking them off the sprues and cleaning them.
These were really simple.
What sort of state are they in?
Really clean, really simple. You're going to get a bit of reflection there. It probably won't focus. And then the good things on these, so that it's shiny perspex on the front, so you can see their faces and you can see all the detail. And in exactly the same position, you have their back. Now the back is a matte effect, and you can feel that is where the printing is. So it's like a double layer, I guess, of print. Really nicely done. It's going to be really hard to show you the quality of these. It's not going to focus. Come on, there you go.
Oh, there.
Oh wow!
That is good.
The quality of image you get in that book.
Yes, this is your
The
Swine
end
Devil, and this is small. I mean, this is a mini, but the quality of that, the print quality, was blew me away. The detail and the colouring, the goblins and the ogres, the shading from dark green to light green is beautiful. The gradient is fantastic. The level of detail on these is fantastic. It's really nice. Now it popped out of that really clean. However, the base has a couple of edges, but nothing you can kind of file down or use a nail cutter to chop that off. But that's it. So literally, you get 2 pieces. Here's the base. Can't really see it. There's the base. There's the mini. The mini has a little foot on there. I'll try and get it on part of my chair. As you can see the raised foot. You slot him into the middle, and away he goes. Really, really clean. You get front and back. Now, obviously, when I show you on the board, you can see the front and the back. You can see where they're facing. But when you set them sideways, they do disappear a bit. Not much you can do about that because they're that thin. They are skinny minis. Not much you can do. But also transparent bases. So if you use printed maps, I use a lot of printed maps or TVs that we're using now as bases. So animated maps. These work incredibly well. But so these ones here that you can see, these are some of the devils, the demons. Again, really nice artwork. You know, and then you got the backs of them as well. Really nicely done.
I like the fact that it's got the back on it rather than having two fronts.
Yes.
Yes. It's an extra layer of detail. Not only that, if you had two fronts, it would basically just be a mirrored image. But with a back, you actually have an idea on what the thing looks like from both sides. Instead of what you'd usually get in a DM book is just the front of it. I've managed to get a question. Can we get a size comparison between some of these and a actual printed physical model?
Yes, I can do that when I turn the camera around. So what I'll do is I'll go through these and then I'll show you the different sizes, because you know I'm in my little dungeon cave here, so the resources I have are limited. So you can see that is a medium size, but this would be your normal size. That would be like your standard human size, and then you've got smaller items. So that would be your demonic imp, for example. So you've got small, medium, large, and then I've got some huge as well. I went with demons and demonics and devils and things like that because I wanted. This is for my Descent into Avernus campaign, and some of these are gross. I mean, some of these are really like.
Oh God!
Some of those are, and you got your chain devils, your spine devils, your bearded devils, and you got two of those. Look, two bearded. There's your there's flying things, which Steve will know because that was in Avernus Rising. You were fighting those.
Yeah. So this is not just the licensed Wizards of the Coast or Paizo artwork. These are fully commissioned, unique.
These are unique.
From Skinny Minis.
Yes, this is not. There's a few kind of things very similar. I think one of the skeleton warriors is almost like the Pathfinder skeleton warrior, which the cardboard minis, which I've used quite heavily in the past, and it's just like a different take on them. But again, you can see how much the colour pops out. So the yellow one could be a fireball, could be a will-o-wisp, flaming skulls, a whole host of zombies. I've got a mummy, I've got a ghost, there's a shadow.
Yeah.
So again, colours are beautiful. They really do pop out. The orange, greens, and yellows. Look, they really do stand out really well. And I don't have all the lights on because it is fairly reflective. So again, I've got more of my undead. I'm a big fan of undead, and I do like to use them. But
flaming skeleton's very good.
Yeah, the flaming skeleton. Here we go. He is very, very nice. We've got some more there. We've got a lich. We've even got a vampire lord. You want them for your Strahd. And they try literally on this sheet. They try to, they're not worried about turning upside down. It doesn't matter. It's about trying to get as many onto a page as you can. And I think this skeleton here reminds me of Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's good. Nice little touch with the arrow through the head.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Some really, really nice touch. And again, you've got on all of these, there are the from behind views as well. So really, really nice detail. There's your vampire lord again, your lich, flaming skeleton butt. So again, really, really nice detail. And here's some slightly bigger ones. So
Now I do know.
Go ahead.
I do know from the Kickstarter that one of the things that was in their video was they did mounts.
Yes, and
So
I
you
have
got
some.
a little horse. So I was going to ask, did you get?
You need to say that again. I lost you there.
I said I was going to ask, did you get any of the mounts? Because that'd be quite cool to show.
I'll get onto those. I've got some here. So here we've got an Etienne, some ogres, some trolls. But again, size comparison.
Yep.
You know, look at those two. This one, this one. Let's do it the other way around.
You really get a sense of the scale there as well, don't you? Even more so than probably with the normal plastic ones.
Where's my plastic? Right, he's over there. If I try and get him, so this is my. Let's put him over the Vampire Lord there. This is my Hero Forge 3D color printed Kickstarter. So you know, a very kind of 28mm similar size. And if I put him next to him,
yeah,
there you go, on the same kind of level as his foot.
You can tell that it'd be a challenge for the character to take that down.
Yeah,
Size of it alone.
So yeah, there's definitely some size impact, and especially on the board as well. So we'll quickly have a look at some of these. There's some more trolls, ogres, because I also wanted things that I didn't quite have enough of at the time. Things that you always need more than one goblin, more than one skeleton, more than one zombie. So these are the villains. This was unique, and there's almost an Archon there. Not that one, him. So you could use him as an Archon. I since managed to get hold of an Archon, so I won't need it. But you've got maybe a Lamia or Medusa. That could be one of the Lord Nagas.
That serpent in the middle is beautiful.
Yeah. And again, that's what I mean. The colour, the detail is really popping out. And, again, you've got the colour on the back. Look at that.
Again, vibrant. The pattern looks really nice.
Yeah. So, I'll go through all these. Did I get too many? No, I didn't get too many. I didn't get enough. There we go. These are human villains or humanoid villains. So again, more of a mix of things. Here are my goblins, and here are the mounts. So here you've got goblins. You have a goblin leader. Now this one here, the warg or wolf, whatever you want to kind of call it. The detail on that's got a spiked saddle on the back. Really, really nice. Let's literally just pop that one out and see if it works. I don't want to break it. Don't break it. There we go. So he's out. There's my piece. And let's get him, because he's got a spear. I don't need that pet. Once you pull them out, you're not going to be putting them back because you've got a folder to put them in. So we don't need those pieces. And then, so he is there. Here's my two pieces. And literally, he should fit right in to there.
Perfect.
Yeah, wiggle, wiggle.
Excellent.
And there we go.
I like that. That is good.
Excellent.
Because we've sat there before fighting goblins with wargs, trying to balance flat images on top of each other.
And again, you've got they're double-sided. So you've got two different views. I mean, the wolf is great. Vom.
I mean, really helps with the imagination.
Yeah, and you've got different sets as well. So you've got a basic wolf, and yet this is probably the most viciously armored one.
Yeah, it's going to be goblin leader.
Bottle.
If you have any questions, do let us know. Just shout out in chat. There's one here which I saw, which I instantly thought about Lars. Here is the turtle.
Yeah, there you go. If only Lars had tried it.
Is that the hero set or something then, is it?
It can be heroes or villains. So these are the other, I think this was one of the Kickstarter sets that they did. Not one that I picked, I don't think. I think this is one of the... I mean, it's got... I love this. I've got to use this.
Pirate shark.
A pirate shark with a peg leg and a hook. I mean, put that in Saltmarsh. It has to be done.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. There's my Corgi. There's the Corgi from the card.
Right.
So you've got that as well. There's a hippo. I think that one's in Eberron. I'm not sure. Something like Eberron. But yeah, I mean, there's a raptor. And it's a mount. So you can see it in the back there. It's got the slot for the mount. So you could be a halfling riding a raptor.
There is a question.
Yep.
So I think somebody's coming in late, and they were saying, are they freestanding or do they come with stands? So
they do come with stands. So there is a whole range of sizes of bases. Even the small ones have bases as well. So definitely you get all the bases you need, so that you're not kind of left out. Here's another one of my favourites. Here is the owlbear. I'll let that focus.
Oh, lovely.
Look at the colour on that. And that's a large. Again, for size comparison. there's your 28 mini.
So that's your new animal companion, is it, for that ranger?
Let's see the unicorn. Look at the colours on the unicorn.
The unicorn. Here's your 90s special. But also,
yes,
this has to be the unicorn from Onward. So the van that they have in Onward. I was going to say it's if you can still hear me.
Oh yeah, okay.
The van from Onward.
I only caught the end of that, but yes, I only caught the end of it. But yes, the van from Onward. Yes, it is.
Onward.
Yes, it is.
No, I lost you guys. You got a genie there as well. Even the lamp is included a lot.
Even the lamp, yeah.
You've got like a revenant next to him, which very much looks like the Lich King from World of Warcraft.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a suit of armor as well, look, or a statue, depends what you want to call it. Again, in multiple uses, and again, they got there's the backside of the owlbear, and this is the Sphinx.
Yeah, that's good.
Again, lovely amount of colour on there, really really nice. And then not only that, we've got some huge ones. So check this out.
Oh. Yes, I like it.
So this is your walking statue. There you go.
It's not something you want to fight.
No.
But you're going to shortly.
Yeah. I mean, the walking statue is the size of a garden gnome. If you've ever, from Whiz Kids, if you've ever seen that. This is postcard size at best. So if you just put a postcard next to your mini and go fight, this is what you'd get. And it also has the back on that as well. Really, it's got like it's strange because the back is matte because that's the print side, and the front is shiny. But I quite like the matte effect. That's really really nice. I wonder if there's something else they could do on that. Maybe I don't know, but that's really really nice, and the level of detail and colour is great.
So, another question. With that, it's obviously printed on the back side of the perspex. Is there any concern over that, like getting scratched or damaged and then, ruining the mini?
Maybe.
Because you talked about the folder.
Yeah.
That's obviously how you'd
keep them safe.
Move them around. Yeah. But is there any concern over using that on the table, do you think?
Maybe.
How's it stand up to you handling it?
I found one image. I mean, it's fine. I mean, that is not scratching. That is not coming off. If you had like took a knife to it, that's certainly it's just thin plastic, and it could easily be scratched, but yeah, it's lovely. I've only found one imperfection at the moment when I've gone and kind of looked into it, and it seems like it's kind of overlaid itself. Maybe there was a bit of dust and it's gone in. And my last mini is a demon. Because again, this is all for descent into Avernus. So yeah, there's one, there's the other one. So same size.
The Big Demon one was a Kickstarter unlock, wasn't it? You
Yes.
get that for free. So that actual physical artwork that they've delivered looks better than what they've been distributed on the emails part of the updates.
Yeah. There's only so much they can do on the email. Again, it's very difficult because obviously they believe in the product. And there's always that issue. I've got the Pathfinder cardboard ones, which are good. You've got a lot of variety in them. But this is just, and again, this is not doing it properly either, but the colour really pops out on these. Really, really well. So you get all of that, which was great. So all of those was what I chose in my Kickstarter. Now you can buy even more. And then their website is going to open up soon. They're going to do like a little shop as well, where you'll be able to buy even more. But as part of the Kickstarter, I also got this. This is kind of silver foil embossed there. Skinny Minis, my S&M folder. So it's nice and black, little kind of photo folder all the way over. It has a magnetic clasp on the inside. Really, really nice. Really strong, actually. And inside is a folder pre-sized. These are custom made for this collection. And then you've got different sizes inside, so it gets bigger as you go in. And then you can buy additional sleeves if you need to. The large ones fit in here as well. It's really, really well done. It is lovely. Let's put one.
Reminds me of like people used to collect Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards. They have the folders of them, the sleeves, and all really nicely presented and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's something you don't see that often on Kickstarters. Actually, is a way to store what you receive.
Yeah.
And actually transport it safely between your game sessions. So it's nice that they've included that, and it's really that looks really good and well put together. I've got a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
There's one question. Do you think you'd be able to spray, if you used to spray varnish the front of the plastic just to make it less shiny? Put that matte effect on the front.
Yep.
Like.
Well, test it. Because when you take a piece out, you have the exactly same plastic it's made on. Test it. Then you'll know.
Cool.
I'd imagine it will kind of ghost it slightly. For example, if you was to put any kind of varnish, it would have to be a super clear varnish, and you'd have to do it really, really well. But yeah, if you can do it, try it, and then you want to try it on the take one that you're not too worried about so much, and give it a test, because you don't want there to be a chemical reaction to it as well. So you can put it on one side just to kind of strengthen it, but when you put it on the printed side, do be careful that you don't melt it or burn the ink off.
And then,
we had someone point out that in terms of scratching the different characters and things like that, it's actually, you just have to be careful of it the same way you would any figurine, really, or any mini. Obviously, 40k, so scratching a model, what I've done before is you look at it and you go, bugger, it's because I've been clumsy with it or something like that. But generally, they're quite resilient, and that's what that looks like as well. Just be careful.
Yeah, this is your stuff, especially if you think you've invested in this. The plastic is nice. It's strong. It is nice and clear. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to see which ones are a better fit. You get loads of sleeves in the folder as well. I haven't actually counted them, but for example, it ends up being really nice. I'm going to end up doing like pages and sets and things. I can't see if you can see it, but there you go. I think I went on. Yep. There we go. It's a bit reflective. So plenty of pockets, all different sizes, and then that will handily keep all my collections safe. Plus, I've got a ton of room for expansion. And I was thinking I'm going to need another folder, and I was initially thinking these are going to be big, like A4 lever arch folders kind of thing. But these are not. These are not that bad. It's a really nice little album. I think the only downside I've thought of so far is that they don't have a logo or their name on there. So if I store them in my IKEA bookcase, which most people have one now, it will fit. So that will fit on there quite nicely. But if that was labelled, or you could put your own custom labelling maybe, so you have, you know, undead, demons, blah blah blah, heroes, that might be really, really nice. But yeah, it is a box folder.
I love that your biggest gripe is the fact that they've not advertised well enough.
They haven't done it enough, yeah. But no,
I want more.
I weirdly I do, but Steve also knows the other Kickstarters that I've done. So I've also backed a load of printed minis as well from Blacklist Games, and I don't know how many. It's over 100. It might even be 200.
No, it's over 200.
Over 200 minis that are on the way.
There was a lot of unlocks. There was a lot of unlocks.
Yeah. So
everything got unlocks. They gave everything to everybody.
In the year of global lockdowns, I have gone from hardly having any minis to having quite a lot. So when we go back to our tables, we'll have a nice selection of minis to go with our maps and things. So yeah, but absolutely. I mean, the unicorn is definitely one of my favourites.
But that doesn't take away for what these are, which is a really good mini that's really easily transportable.
Yes, I mean, I am not going to fill that up.
Where you're going and what you're doing. So there are.
I'm not going to be able to fill that up in with this batch, but you could easily, an entire campaign of minis could fit in there. Really, really easy.
Storage alone is fantastic for it.
Yeah, you can put it into a bag. It's super light. It's really, really, really light. I've got another. Yeah. Here we go. Put a base on that one.
So, and on the mouse, somebody they agree. The standees, those types of minis, are probably the direction they're going to go in the future, just because they take up less space when stored and transported. You know, if you look at the is it Dungeon Dudes? I think what they did a behind the screen video, and the guy was showing us around his setup, and he's got drawers and drawers of minis and dungeon tiles and stuff like that, and they do take up a huge amount of them.
I mean, I've got for plastic minis, like just here, as in immediately here, I've got 4 of these. Some are pre-painted, and most of them aren't. I've got 4 of these just here, in no particular order, and they're all kind of crammed in. But if I can put all of that into a folder and I can put that into my bag, fantastic.
Yes. As someone that has transported hundreds of models, large and small, around between friends' houses and places, before you open up the box, you just go, bugger, that one broke. Being able to put them all into a folder and everything like that just seems so nice.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I mean, we know that Pathfinder, the Pathfinder pawns, there's already a good range of these out there. So these are big. That's heavy. Okay. And it got to a point where I was taking this to every kind of D&D day that we were doing, which is as a club, Band of Badgers, we used to, not during lockdown year, but we play in a mansion. So one day a month, we get 20 to 30 people in a big mansion in English countryside that we like to play in, and we just all go onto our various tables and we play D&D for about 8 to 12 hours, as much as we can, with pizza and barbecues and all kinds of stuff going on. But anyway, so these are cardboard. Sometimes you do get fronts and backs, sometimes it's just the same image double-sided, but they're cardboard, so you can't see through them when you've got all your terrain and everything else going on them, which is one of the best features of this. Now, it might not work, but let me see if I can show. What I'm gonna do is I'm just grab an extra light first, and then I'll put that on.
Quickly, Steve. We improv now.
Yeah, talk
Just
amongst
imagine him walking
yourselves.
in with this huge Dom Jolly-esque torch to come join him.
Right, what we do?
So we've got a couple more comments in chat.
Yeah.
Sean, TW, our resident artist, and who will join us tomorrow night for a Runelords stream, is pointing out that, of course, we normally use physically a screen map. You know, we've got a TV map, we use a live map, stuff like that. The advantage of them being perspex bases is you're going to get all of that colour bleed off the TV, lighting up the mini and making it pop even more. So they will, really, really look good in person.
Yeah. Right. Am I on? Which way am I facing?
You are pointing at the
that's
dragon and the minis, yeah.
So that's the dragon there from Dungeons and Lasers. There's my 3D printed
that looks awesome.
Ranger. You can see the mounted rider, and you can see the Bone Devil. But you can see through them. You can see around them. And that's,
I had to pause for a second and work out what was what.
Yeah, they
I honestly had to think
you
for a
cannot see
second.
the plastic at all, and they
No.
I know,
look really
it looks
good.
so good.
They are really, really closely cut as well to the artwork. You got your space between the legs, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, the Bone Devil, it's just fantastic. So you can see it, but as I said before, once you turn it side on, you can't really see it. It does disappear. But think about the process, think about what you're getting for the money and the portability. I mean, definitely the portability. And these are big as well. So yeah, they are huge. Let's get one of the big ones out again. Let's do this one. Right, oh, I've got so much stuff in the way now. I've got cables and stuff. Here we go. Right, should we do this one? Should we do the armoured one? Right, what I'm going to do is I will, because I can't do that and do this. So, right.
We did have someone mention earlier the shark captain again. So if we can get a shark captain standing up on the board, that would be pretty awesome.
Okay, let's do the shark captain. We'll do that next. So this one I'm doing now is the walking statue. The Whiz Kids, I mean, it came out. Whiz Kids did one last year. It was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. It's part of one of their giant things. So I've got a giant base. Look, there we go.
Yep.
So I can pop that out. All the plastic is recyclable. So I'll put him in. Whoa! Look at that. Right, I'll put him next to the dragon. So what I'll do is I'll move these some around. There we go. He's bigger than the dragon. Oh! And I'll get the let's get the pirate as well. While I'm looking for him. Pirate. See, if only I had a handy folder to put them all in when I was doing this.
But then you're going to agonise over how you order them.
Well, this is what I mean. I think you could easily do. You could happily buy it. I mean, these are the devils and the demons and things. But you could happily buy another set of those, and just have more. You could buy werewolves or whatever you want. There's no harm in doubling up on zombies and skeletons. You always need them. You never need one zombie. Whiz Kids did it right by giving you packs of 2. But then you never need 2. You need 4 or 6 or 8. You just need more every time. More and more. Right, sharp. Here we go.
And you can never get them either. That's the one thing that's always sold out is you've got goblins, zombies, skeletons. If you're trying to get Reaper minis, it's really difficult to get those minions.
I don't think that's it like that. So there is a shark humanoid with a hook for a hand, a crossbow, and a peg leg, plus his tail. And there's his backside as well.
I'm not gonna comment on the fact of how he loads a crossbow with hook for a hand because it's shark pirate, so it's ridiculous anyway. But
Right. So what we do?
Pulling it back isn't the problem. Now you're going to put the bolt on it.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to work. There's the arrow.
How's he going to do it?
Or the bolt.
Right. Let's see if this works.
Don't argue with him. He's a shark. He will do it.
Is this going to work? Is it? Are we on? Are we on? No. Right. Let's try. Let's try.
No, not yet.
Let's
down.
push that button.
Yeah.
There we
go.
go.
Right.
That does look good. That looks awesome.
The statue looks more menacing than the dragon at this point.
Yes.
It does. It really does.
The scorpion is terrifying.
Those of you that have boxes of shame, as we was discussing the other night.
Boxes of shame.
Yeah, the things not painted. So
Oh,
all those grey plastic minis that you've got hiding under the bed.
What? So
these turn up in that condition with that.
They are ready to go.
Ready
you
to
pop
go.
them and ready. So that is another thing. So, let me see if I can I'll get this back on here. Hold on. Here we go.
We have a request from chat. Can you put a torch under one of them so we can see what it sort of glows like?
You want a torch under it? I was going to say I can use my phone, but I'm just plugging it in. You can see all my collection. You see. Here we go. How's that? Is that working? Right. Let's see if I've got something that I can use as a torch quickly. No. Is the answer. Hold on. What about this? No, that doesn't work. No. We'll wait until I do this bit and then I'll shove a torch on. I'll get a request, you see. Now we need a torch to do something. So you can see how cool that is. But yes, that is another issue. You spend your time buying all these minis. Like me, I bought all the paints, never had time to paint them. So they're just constantly, and then after a while you think, look, the werewolf is grey, the goblins are grey, the ogres are grey, the dragon is yellow. Because you never have time to. They look fantastic, and you want to build them, and you want to put them out on your table for your players. These, it's done. You've just got to kind of commit to what you're going to spend. So if you're going to spend an easy amount, hundreds and hundreds of pounds on buying those minis over a length of time, you'll probably pop into a gaming shop and go, oh, I like that, I'll buy that, and easily 20, 30 quid has been spent. And you may have 10 minis. This it's under 100, but I think around 50, all painted, all ready to go. And the transport is done as well. I can stick them on my folder. And then if you really want to do more, you can buy multiple folders. You can just buy the folders if you like, as well as buying the sleeves. So you could eventually really expand these out into, undead, everything else. Go to the website. It's skinny-minis.com and see what they've got. They've got loads of stuff coming out as well. I'm really kind of impressed. If I didn't already have other Kickstarters on the way, I would be very tempted to invest quite heavily in these. The artwork is great. The sizing is good. They've just started, so they're going to be around for a while. I really do like them. I'm impressed. And I wasn't sure I was going to be.
Yeah, I'll be honest. During the wait period after signing up for the Kickstarter, and they were really good about keeping you informed of what was going on. You got regular emails and updates about what was going on.
Yeah.
You got regular pictures of the artwork and stuff like that. But the artwork in the email didn't really do it the justice you're seeing with the physical products. And I can't emphasize that enough, that the artwork in the emails looks a lot more cartoony than what you're seeing here.
Yes.
So I guess it was much more World of Warcraft cartoony.
Yeah.
And what we've got is not that. What we've got is something that is actually pretty impressive. So I agree with Dave with that statement.
Yeah, and it is something a little bit more unique as well.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't, there are owlbears there. This is the owlbear I'm putting together now. if I can. No. There we go. So there's your owlbear. And again, you just stick that on the board. He's ready to go. It's beautiful.
Your hero there is not going to stand a chance.
No, he's about to give in. He's like, I saw the dragon, I thought that was it, and then the statue just started walking towards me. I was done. He just came out of that gate over there, like, dum, dum, dum. But then I called my handy steed, and up pops my mystical, magical rainbow unicorn, and off we trot.
This would all be manageable if it wasn't for that one shark captain thing.
Yeah.
So I posted the link in chat to their website, and so people have been going there and checking it out. Anonymous75 again, they're saying they're sold out of everything.
They're sold out because this is the Kickstarter, so everything is sold out because it's the Kickstarter. They are in a position they're going to launch properly very, very soon. You can also get these. So the company behind Skinny Minis is they're called Dungeon in a Box. So if you do a quick Google for them, you'll go to their website, and they're one of these monthly subscriptions. They give you minis and their own Skinny Minis, adventures, dice, candles, everything kind of in between. And I think this is where they've got their own little other venture going on. They've done it as a Kickstarter, and yeah, I've just been really. I've just seen the backside of the corgi. It is so cute. I'm really impressed. I can't. So when they turn up today, I set my pictures on Instagram straight away. Go check it out. It is, what is it? Band of Badgers, I think it is. And then I messaged Steve, and I said it came. It's been here today, and I was just blown away by it. The vividity of the colours is amazing.
And just describe the shredded paper that was in there to protect the box as well, because you sent me the picture of what you got in the cardboard box, and even that was pretty impressive. It was all
really nice, like a proper present. So it was all black and gold, which is their colours of choice. And so big kind of, it wasn't your Amazon packaging, it wasn't your bubbles and stuff like that.
It wasn't packing peanuts.
No, it was really nice, and it was all shredded. It was like birthday material. I literally thought it was Christmas and birthday all wrapped up into one. Really, really nice. So Skinny Minis, fantastic job. Absolutely love these. They will be appearing on our live streams next year from January, hopefully. We were playing a lot of Devils and Demons with Descent into Avernus, and that's why I got them. Little did I know Frostmaiden was coming out. I ended up buying the Frostmaiden Platinum from Beadle and Grimm. So we've got that as well. So if you have any Frosty type of characters, I'm sure you do, I will be in touch very soon to buy some more once the shop goes online. Because, these are really, really something special. And I know that Steve here has also ordered them, but another Badger has ordered them. I think he's ordered the whole set, he said to me earlier. So I think when you see them, when you finally got them in your hands, you'll be pleasantly surprised. But yeah, they are absolutely super special. Any last questions from anyone before we wrap this up?
No, just people commenting about how it was sold out, and I posted Dungeon in a Box link as well. And I agree with some chat fans made the comment about the shipping charges and customs charges we got going at the moment, and I do agree that anything US based, it really does hurt. You're paying for a $30 box, $35 box, whatever, and you're paying 20 quid customs charges and $20 for shipping. It doesn't really add up.
Yes, with shipping, import, export fees, yes, it's horrendous. It affects everyone. But remember, it's not the manufacturer. It's not the people who are designing this stuff. It's not the games, the publishers, or anything else. That is the couriers. That is the shipping. For example, that stuff is coming by boat. Just because the manufacturers from wherever they are, China, America, Australia, just because they're trying to keep the cost down, but it means the time expands. So what should have got to me, 4 or 6 weeks ago, is taking that long. But all of that costs just because of the problems we are in around the world. However, the Kickstarters, you do save a much bigger amount of money on those Kickstarters, so they're very well worth having a go.
Yes, they are, and it's it's Christmas every month at the moment.
Yeah, I've got another one turn up tomorrow, and I'll let you know what that is tomorrow.
Surprises turning up.
Yeah. Now, if you're watching us live on Twitch, thank you very much for joining us.
But I don't have mine yet.
No, you don't. Yeah, that's what you get for ordering what you ordered. I got mine first. No. We'll do another one. We'll do another unboxing. We'll say what have you got, and we'll do your point of view. So this will be part 1. We'll do a part 2 with Steve once he's got his. Once he's got his bits and pieces. I mean, just the artwork. I mean, you got like rainbow gradients on these. You can see the detail on the wings. It is amazing. There's the Sphinx there. It is amazing. I mean, it's not even in focus, and you can see the colour. But look at that! Bigger than my dragon. Look. I'm trying to find stuff that you might know the size of. Like there's the dice boxes. I just killed the dragon. Get out of the way, dragon. Look how big that is. Or if you've seen like the teens from Gale Force 9, he's bigger than that. Get out of the way. It's big.
Great size character.
Hold on, where's mine? Let's do the ultimate. Yes. There you go.
The pint.
It's the tankard. Look, it's bigger than the tankard. So yes, there's the test. Cool. It's all going to pop.
So the request is, can you put top of the D20 lamp before we finish? Because you could use that as a torch.
Let's do the torch then. I'll use this. Undo all these things. Right. So let's see if this works. I'm not going to do it on here and there. So let's put that over there. It's not really going to change much because it's not. It's a solid print. Can you see that? Whoa, let's come back a bit.
Yeah,
it looks pretty
the
cool.
lighting effect is pretty good.
Underneath it. Yeah. Like a very mystical kind of aura underneath it. You can see the light almost kind of travelling up through the legs. It looks pretty good. It looks really good.
It does.
Yeah,
stand one of them on a lava field on the TV. Yeah, look pretty decent.
Yeah, and that's it. So again, with these kind of things, I'm going to just turn this one off for a sec. You get that. You can see the map, and that's if that is a black base, it blocks a lot of your map out. But with it being see-through, you can still see all the map detail. If that's an animated map, if that's a printed map, or even just the squares. That allows you to you can say, I want to go for the left leg or the right leg and stand on that square where that leg is. You can position it really, really well. So I think it's definitely something. I might keep that there now. I think it looks pretty cool. You can't see it from over there.
To the table and use. Yeah, just don't bring it to the table and use it. It's fine.
Oh, it's going to be. It's going to be. It's going to be now. That's going to be the new toy.
I've had enough of fighting giants.
No, it's going to be the new toy. Right. Thank you very much for that. I only meant to spend half an hour. There we go. It's an hour later. So, yeah, absolutely love that. Skinny Minis, Dungeon in a Box. Thank you so much. That's Roman and Dave. I will definitely be in touch soon to buy some more as soon as they're available. For everyone watching on Twitch, join us tomorrow for our weekly Runelords, which Rise of the Runelords, our Pathfinder 2E 2nd edition campaign, and Friday, where we have our Tomb of Annihilation campaign, starring all 3 of us, actually, as and me as Obo, the world's favourite turtle player, which is really good. And we've got 2 special guests, Devon and Dustin from D4. So check us out on Twitter and everything else. But follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube, and we'll see you again soon. All done? Anything else? Any last questions? Bye bye.
No.
Bye bye. See you all. Bye.